Hey folks, PTCS3 is coming this upcoming weekend on Saturday, June 7th. This will be the first PTCS of the second PTMS cycle. I personally qualified for 3 tournaments this time. I qualified for the Open Diamond, the weekly tournament, and the weekly draft. Sadly, did not get into gold silver, but just how it goes sometimes. I wanted to spend this time, however, going over the environment for all of the tournaments, just to give folks, somewhat of a sense of kind of what players might be worth playing in this format. So it's the same run environment and stadium for all 6 of the tournaments, being 4 tournaments and 2 drafts. All of them are going to be happening in the year 1987. There is no DH, and they are being played in the 1977 Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, which has a 1.03 average on both sides, a 1.17 home run for lefties, and a 1.19 for righties, a 0.99 doubles multiplier, and a 0.88 triples multiplier. So firstly, looking at the park, which, park generally adds a little bit of color to things. Is it kind of the main thing you want to focus at? However, this is a pretty heavy home run park. So the ball is going to be flying out of the park here. So definitely we want to look at the run environment, but we know however home runs are, they're definitely going to be higher in this park. We should look at the run environment. So as you can see up here, if we look at 2010, which is generally considered modern era in the game compared to 1987, the biggest differences I see are home runs are actually up in this format. So alongside, as we talked about the park modifier, there are going to be a lot of home runs in this format. Get excited, get your big home run guys out. It is about to be bombs all over. You can see singles are up a little bit, doubles down, triples about the same. So really, other than home runs, not too much different you want to think about in terms of the general batting profiles. Strikeouts are down a little bit, though not too much lower. So while, you could play some lower avoid K guys, especially in tournaments when the avoid K doesn't hurt you as much as in league, it's probably fine dropping a little bit, but I wouldn't fully sacrifice, avoid K to get big power in. One of the other interesting things is actually stolen bases are up quite a bit. So this might be a decent format to get running. So if you could find some big power speed guys, I guess offhand I'm kind of thinking of guys like Eric Davis. Definitely want to look at some more options, but this might be a fun time to allow your inner sprinter up and let your guys run like crazy. We can see there's a few more balls in play, but BABIP is down. So, more balls in play, definitely getting some BABIP hitters could help. Pitcher BABIP is definitely going to play up as well. We talked about strikeouts, so obviously for pitchers, stuff isn't as important. HRA obviously is going to be the big one. And if you get control, walks, while the same, are a little bit higher up. So I would definitely look at guys, HRA the highest, then BABIP, then control, then stuff. So that would kind of be my priority there. You could also see that errors are up a little bit. Obviously still pretty rare, but you might want to prioritize errors a little bit on defense. Although with as many home runs as there are and BABIP down, it might actually kind of counterweigh that. I think I would prioritize the bats much more than the gloves in this format. So 1987, in terms of pitching environment, as you can see, complete games were up a little bit, as expected. I don't have innings per game on here overall, but I know generally, I think 1987, I think we still want to run I'd say 11 or 12 pitchers, depending on what your lineups look like. I don't think I would go down to 10. You're still going to need some bullpen. But I think you'd be fine having your starting pitchers go about 120 to 125 pitches. I think offhand I'm going to start my pitch counts at 125 and see where that goes. But there's also going to be more runs scored in the games alongside the home runs. It might be better to stay on the higher end of pitchers just because your guys are going to get beat up. And if you end up going, 9 in a series, you really want to make sure you have the bullpen depth to keep things going. So I'm probably going to go some far right hooks. Probably go, depending on the pitchers, maybe 12 pitchers over 11. And, make sure that my bullpen doesn't get toast. So again, I mentioned the formats I'm in. I will be building them on stream sometime this week. I haven't really decided within my schedule. I would say likely right now it will be Thursday night or maybe Friday afternoon. But I will definitely be building those on stream at some point. Good luck to everyone participating. Please give me a subscription if you've been enjoying things. I have a lot of fun content coming up soon, so stay tuned. And again, good luck in PTCS3.